Scouts because he's on his way to becoming an Eagle Scout, and he has to get a certain amount of camps in and hikes and stuff like that in, as well as a million other things. And so we were going, him and I were bonding, and we were going on a camp out. And yeah, when you go on the camp out, you follow or you meet at this one campsite, and it takes about 2.5, 3 hours to get there. And sometimes you got to go off-roading a little bit. So I currently don't have an off-roading vehicle. So I borrowed a truck from my friend Pat. He owns Peoria Ford. He let me borrow a used car. In the beginning, he let me borrow new cars, and I started crashing them. So now he lets me borrow old cars or used cars. So I had this F-150 pickup truck, had about 22,000 miles on it. And the thing about the Fords with their technology is when you hook up your iPhone to it, especially when it's not yours, like the phone, the iPhone, it's kind of weird. Do you know what I'm talking about? The Ford technology, you hook it up to the phone and it takes this, it's just kind of a weird technology. Does that make sense?
It takes a minute for everything to connect. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, but it's just different. Like you gotta, it's hard to explain, but it's simple, I think, if you own the car. But if you're just using a car and you hook up your technology, it's a little difficult. For example, so Jake and I are driving, and I'm listening to this radio station, listening to our radio station, and when the music fades out and it starts to get fuzzy because we're in the middle of nowhere, I put on my playlist. So we're listening to the playlist, and I'm listening, Jay-Z, H to the is O, H to the is O. We got all that on. Listen to that. It's my workout playlist. I love it. And then something happens, like if I go to text somebody or something, I hit a button on my phone, it just changed. It went to a media player, and it went to whatever. And it went to, I saw on the computer screen, it went to CD. But I don't have a CD. I don't have any, but there was a CD in the used car. Right? So I was like, what the hell? So it went from H to the Izzo, and I was like jamming, going H to the Izzo, and it went, this is exactly what happened in my car. I tried to recreate the exactly what happened as I was going about 65 miles an hour in my car.
H to the Izzo, B to the Izzy. For shizzle, my nizzle used to dribble down at VA. H to the Izzo, B to the Izzy. That's the anthem, get your damn hands up. H to the Izzo, B to the Izzy. Not guilty, y'all got
going places that I've never been, seeing things that I may never see again. I can't wait to get on the road again.
I'm like, what the hell?
It's perfect for your road trip, though, right?
I know. So I'm like, this isn't on my playlist. And I'm looking around, I realize it says CD. I'm like, I don't have a CD. So I look at it, says track 1 of this CD. So I'm going to pull out the CD, see what it is. I'm like, no. I'm not going to pull out what the CD is. So I'm going to go to track 2. So I go to track 2, and it's some old country song. Track 3, and Jake and I we're just quiet now, just listening to this whole musical track of this whatever. At the very end, I pull it out, and here it is. This person, whoever left it, says Willie Nelson, the hits.
The hits.
Willie Nelson, the hits.
Kind of cool for a little road trip out in the country, although that is what I call audio whiplash. When you have your iPod and it goes from one extreme to the other or whatever, but you went to 2 totally different sources. That is a vibus interruptus.
But whoever it is that had this truck before, I wonder if he's like, where the hell's the Willie Nelson greatest hit CD? What the hell?